Hello, I'm Mike Palmer, and I'm a teacher and football coach in Lebanon. I have a beautiful wife, Trisha, and she is the ESL director here and also my teammate in FCA. I'm really sorry that I can't be there tonight in person to see you, Leslie, and also to encourage the rest of you coaches. I can't because tonight I'm escorting my middle daughter in a parade. Leslie, can you believe she is already a senior and a magnet candidate? My oldest daughter, that was born when you were here, is at SBU right now playing golf. And my baby boy, he's a freshman. Wow, how time flies. You know, Leslie, while reading your message and listening to you thank me for all that I'd done, all I could think of is visiting my father when he was on his deathbed, and I was thanking him for being such an awesome dad and an unbelievable man of God and an example to me. He had just had a stroke and he'd lost all his ability to speak, but somehow he got out these words, "Thank thee." And he said it several times. So Leslie, to you tonight, I say thank thee, not me. You know, as Paul said, I am crucified with Christ, and I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. You see, Leslie, it was him, not me. Leslie, I'm just a sinner, saved by grace, a domino, if you will, changed by Christ. But like you, I was pushed by a coach. Coach Weedle was the one that stepped in the gap for me. You know, I too was that scrawny little junior high kid, and not knowing what I was wanting to be or where I fit in. Had a very similar story as you did. You know, when others saw a shepherd boy, God saw a king. You know, Leslie, God has formed you into an outstanding leader, a spokesperson for him, and just a great person. You're a king. You know, as coaches, it's important for us to see our players and our students as kings and not as little shepherd boys. You know, we never know how God can use us in another one's life or how he will use them. I am reminded of the verse in Ecclesiastes 4, 9, and 10, and it says, "Two are better than one because they have a great reward for their efforts. For if either one falls, his companion can be there to lift him up. But pity the one who falls without another to lift." You know, if we don't have people to lift us up, Leslie, we get discouraged. And you know, shortly after you'd graduated, I became so discouraged that I thought I was, you know, just wasting my time in education. And in fact, I even told people I felt like I was throwing out seed right before a hailstorm. You know, I used that as an excuse to quit casting seed. I lost focus and I started going after all the things of the world, the pride of life. You know, basically just more money, nicer cars, bigger houses. I left education and I started a construction company. In fact, I hired Joey, your little brother, Leslie, his senior year, and I did pretty well in construction. And, you know, God had gifted me in working with my hands and building. But as I was building homes and a bank account, I wasn't building lives. You know, God used that time to teach me that when you dig the dirt, you uncover the past. When you build a house, you're building the present. But when you touch a life, you are impacting the future. You see, while building, I ran into several students just like you, Leslie. They reminded me of the impact that I once had in their life. And one evening I was sitting around the house complaining about the kids today and how they weren't what they should be. And my wonderful wife asked me this question: "What are you doing about it?" You know, that really bothered me for a while, and shortly after that, I took a $40,000 pay cut and I went back where I belong, teaching and coaching. That fall, in fact. You know, my old job just happened to come open, and it's funny how God works. And coaches, I can assure you that when you are serving Christ in your school, it will pay off. Galatians 6:9 is one of my favorite verses now, and it says, "Don't grow weary in doing good, for we will reap at the proper time if we don't give up." You know, I can never get those 4 years back that I gave up to serve man. However, I can encourage all of you coaches today, don't grow weary in doing good. We are not responsible for making seeds grow, only for casting them. It will pay off. Like most coaches, I am known for all my famous Palmer quotes and analogies, And one of them is, what good is fertilizer if it is in the bag? You know, often we have exactly what the world needs, but we're just too comfortable in that bag, out of the weather. It's scary to get out in the field. Thank you, Leslie, for all you've done for the Lebanon community, and your testimony through your trials was remarkable as you affected our entire town. It's just unbelievable what you've done for this community. Also, thank you for the kind words tonight. And let me leave you all with this thought. What good is a domino if it stands alone? Thank you.